Get ready, because Banter with Richie B Productions is launching an all-new podcast network. 4 shows, 4 hosts, 1 powerhouse of paranormal and cryptid entertainment all week long. Ghost Cats and Cryptids joining the Banter with Richie B podcast network every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join researcher Jean Tewksbury as she dives into the world of mountain lions, the elusive predators known as ghost cats. Jean also explores cryptids, separating fact from folklore and asking the questions others won't. Kick off your week on Tuesdays with the one and only Wojo, host of Home of the Boom. He's diving deep into the world of cryptids, Bigfoot, and the mysteries that shake the woods. Interviews, investigations, and the loudest boom in the cryptid community. Every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fridays get a little darker and a whole lot prettier. Join Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal, where makeup meets the macabre. It's Sam After Dark, spooky storytelling, and her fan favorite segment, Cooking for the Dead. Tune in every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for glam, goosebumps, and all things ghoulish. And every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the flagship show returns. Banter with Richie B live, featuring Richie B and Wojo. From updates to investigations to wild discussions, this is the core of the network. Raw, real, and always unpredictable. Spend your Saturday evenings with the duo that started it all. 4 nights of content, 4 incredible hosts, cryptids, ghosts, glam, stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. This is the Banter with Richie B Podcast Network. Hey everybody, how is everybody doing tonight? I seen everybody was rolling in tonight very quickly because I have a special guest tonight, and I know everybody's excited for it. I've been hyping y'all up for a while on it. I'm gonna say hey to everybody first. So, hey Bryce, Oseo, Mama Bear Claw, it's good to see you. Hey Rachel, it's good to see you. Gianni, you're never first, but it's okay, Gianni, you're here. That's all that matters. Um, hey Vet Girl, how are you doing? Curious Cryptids, it's good to see you. Hey Jean, how are you? Let's see. Oh, Tiffany, you made it. Tiffany Peacock, you made it. It's good to see you, girl. Tyler, Roller Dog, how are you doing? So good to see you. Hey, Andrew. Wojo Mojo is in the house. How are you doing, Mojo? Hey, Kurt. It's so good to see everybody, and I hope you got your questions ready because we got a very special guest with us tonight. Hey, John, how are you? D Hoot, hey, how are you doing, D Hoot? Okay, let's see. Oh, R Wild Rachel, it's good to see you. It's hard to say that all at one time. Okay, I think I got everybody. All right. So, thank you all for coming tonight. This is special. And you get to interact with a very, very brilliant horror indie filmmaker. And he's a very good friend of mine, but he's just, and I'm not just saying this because he's a good friend, like this man's brilliant, okay? So please interact with him, ask questions. He'll answer anything you want to know. Down at the bottom, you see the website. That's where you can check out his movies. So please check him out, okay? So I don't want to prolong this anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring Jody up and let's go. Hey, Jody.
What up? What up? What up?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. Super happy to be here.
Yeah.
Good friend Sam.
Yes, yes, yes. So you are, well, first of all, why don't you tell everybody about yourself? Because I've got a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new people. Because I know a lot of people is from the HTD family over here, but there's a whole mess of new people. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate it. Writer, director, award-winning horror filmmaker Jody Dean. I've been obsessed with horror films since I was 5 years old. We became a functioning film studio about 4.5 years ago. I made films before that. In my 20s, I had a company called Sickified Films, and after our first film, I kind of dropped the ball because Alicia and I had a kid. We bought a house. Life got a little crazy, but I came back to it at age 39 with the movie Mallet, and it became successful enough due to our YouTube success that it made us a fully functioning film studio, meaning we could take risk, and if we failed, we would be okay. And that's kind of where I needed to be at in life to try and make films. We took the risk, it worked, and here we are 4.5 years later, 6 films later, a functioning film studio, like making real movies that are on Prime or on DVD and being seen in select theaters around the world.
That's amazing. And you guys definitely need to check out all of his social medias, which I will have them linked. And if you have any questions about it, I can get them to you. D, who already has a question, so I'm going to bring her a question up. She's on it. So, does he write his own movies, and how long does it take to get from script to screen?
Well, thank you so much for the question. D Hoot 1156. Appreciate that. Yeah, I write and direct all my stuff, and I don't just do that. I film the movies, I edit them, I score the music. When you watch my films, you see my name in there for every part of the creation process. It's one thing that is unique about my movies. I've been doing music my whole life, writing my whole life. So even doing graphics design, web design. So there's nothing that I don't really do in the films. Even my new movie, we'll probably talk about here shortly. I am the dog keeper. I even starred in it and was an actor in it. It's a lot of work the way I do it, but the reason I do it that way is because early on I learned I can always count on myself. And I was blessed enough later on to get family involved, and now we've kind of all become a machine together, working together to make these projects happen fast.
Yeah, you like you pump them out there, and the way you get them out, I mean, you would think you had spent like a long time on them. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely it should take a long time. It doesn't matter like if you know how to do everything or not, but I think I've been doing it so long now, it's
Yeah.
second nature. Like even since the first Mallet movie, like I've seen made each film I do, I see major growth in not only myself, but the kids and Alicia and our following. So
Yeah. Well, as I was telling you before the show started, I was telling you about a subscriber of mine, Gianni. So
yeah,
he really enjoyed your movie Mallet last night. It's,
awesome. Thank you,
yeah,
Gianni. I appreciate that. And big shout out to Sam. She's
yeah.
Sam, I know you guys know how great she is, but I just want to reiterate this again. I've said it in the past. It's been awesome watching her grow, and I know she's going to the moon, and I'm glad you guys are following her there.
Thank you, Jody. That means a lot to me. It really does. I'm trying, but I got a lot of people to look up to, and you've been like there for me from the beginning. You've like through
Thank
everything.
you.
So I
Thank you.
really appreciate you so much.
Not
Um,
you.
so let's see. I know I want to get to your movie that's coming up, but she has a couple of questions. So Jody, what's your favorite piece in your collection behind you?
Wow. I wasn't prepared for that one.
I know.
Dang, that's probably the toughest question you can ask me. Um, you know, did we lose each other there? Are we still good?
Oh, we're good. I just mute so you got the floor.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, and I was lucky enough early on to get all the Silent Hill games and like super rare stuff like T-shirts. So I know it's more than one thing, but my entire Silent Hill collection means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm a super Silent Hill fan, and I have all the games, all the movies, all the collectibles. There's not a lot that I don't have, and I love everything behind me, everything in this room. But the Silent Hill stuff definitely is got a big place here. So,
Yep, I knew that was going to come out. I knew that was going to come out. She also wants to know what your favorite horror movie is.
Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings. Ever since I've seen that movie, like a lot of people are familiar with the Wrong Turn franchise. Obviously, the first Wrong Turn movie was brilliant. The second was good. Third, but like when it came to the fourth movie, it has every element that I look for in a horror film, and that has been a good roadmap for me. Like if I put that at 10, I say, well, why is that a 10 to me? Because it's got a banging soundtrack. It's got the violence, it's got the blood, gore, sex, rock and roll. It's got everything. So when I sit down to write a script, I really think like, okay, I need to sprinkle all these elements into the cauldron to get to where I want to be and make the kind of movies that I like to watch. So Wrong Turn 4, if you guys haven't seen it, it's an incredible film.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And she asks, I guess that kind of goes beside what you just said. Your favorite horror movie director besides yourself.
Yeah, I love what they've done. Actually, it's a totally different person. It's a gentleman named Adam Green. He did the Hatchet movies. He did a movie called Frozen. It's not the Let It Go one that most people know about. It's actually a horror film called Frozen, and where people get stuck on a ski lift.
God, I
But
love that movie. I
dude,
love that movie.
Adam Green is a genius.
Yes.
He did Hatchet 1, 2, 3, then he did Victor Crowley and he did Frozen. He also has, I believe it's a TV show called Holliston.
Hmm.
But I love that guy. Everything he's
Yeah.
ever done, I love. And he hasn't done a ton, but everything he's touched, I'm like, wow, you just keep hitting it out the park. So,
Yeah.
but honorary mention, Parker Finn, the guy who did the Smile, is doing Smile 1 and Smile 2.
Hmm.
This guy is awesome. He's one to look out for.
Oh yeah. I love Smile 1 and 2. Those were like I was like, I love how he just created this story. Like that is it's insane. We
I
love those movies.
I agree. I'm obsessed with them. I watch them a lot.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get. Okay, everybody's got. So, when you watch other horror movies, do you get affected by them, or are you unfazed by scary stuff? I think he's unfazed.
You know, ever since I was 5 years old, it always shocked my mom how like I could get these horror movies and never like have nightmares or never, but they do put me on the edge of the. We were talking about this today. I'm afraid of heights. Like, there's not a lot you can find that I'm afraid of, but I hate heights.
Me
And
too.
so bungee jumping, skydiving, that stuff's always been out for me. But the one thing that gives me a rush is a good horror film. It puts me on the edge of my seat. However, it kind of ends there. Like, I don't think about it later. I don't get scared when the lights go out.
Yeah.
Especially making them. I think that, like, I just understand. I've understood how they're made since I was like very young. I remember being like 8 years old and watching like a horror movie with the family and just be like, a movie I never seen. I'd be like, guys, watch, something's somebody's coming through that door, and then it would happen. And they're like, how'd you know that? I'm like, it always happens. And I'm like 7 years old saying this.
Yeah.
So, I look at them different, and I think that makes a big difference as well.
Oh yeah. I remember when I interviewed you in the past, and I believe it was during Mallet, that you said you always had an interest when you were watching the movie, not so much like you wanted to know, well, how did they come up, like how did they do that? And now I find myself when I'm watching movies, I'm like, wow, how did they do that?
Yeah. There was little things early on where I remember saying, like, maybe like around 10 years old, there was this blur effect they would do with the camera. And nowadays it's very easy. Like, if you use an iPhone, you can literally touch the screen and you can make that happen on cinematic mode. But back then, I remember saying, I bet they put Vaseline on the lens, and people would say, you're crazy. No, who would put Vaseline on an expensive lens? Turned out that's what they were doing for years. They were putting it around the lens, and it creates a background blur.
Well, oh my god, I didn't even know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that. That's cool.
Well, I was thinking to myself, it has to be something like that. I said it's probably Vaseline, and years later I found out it was Vaseline. And but yeah, little things, just like the blue lighting outside of a window to make it look like that's moonlight. Obviously,
Right.
you can walk outside if it's a bright moon. It doesn't light up your whole window like it does the horror films.
Right.
But you add a fog machine to that blue light, and then all of a sudden it
Oh
seems like
yeah.
a horror film.
Right. That's right. That's true.
Little things like that early on.
Little thing. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's the littlest things that can make it so much better. Curious wants to know, where did you get your inspiration from?
Um, just a conglomerate of horror movies. Let's see, who was that from?
Curious.
Curious. Okay, well, Curious and Rachel and Gianni and anybody else that asked a question. Thank you for the questions. I always want to be super respectful to Sam's people here, but like early on, it was like Child's Play, it was Friday the 13th, all the classics, but then it was also stuff that people don't talk about today, like Slumber Party Massacre, Frankenhooker. Believe it or not, I seen Frankenhooker when I was like 11 years old. The Critters, Gremlins, just
Yep.
anything in the horror realm. Just as a kid, I that's why all these movies sit in this room behind me, because I remember standing in front of those shelves looking at them, and I thought about them when I was at school. I thought about them when I didn't have them. When I didn't have no movies to watch, I would be thinking about getting back to that video store to grab them. And that just inspired me to be here doing what I'm doing.
Yep. And you're doing a good job too.
Thank you.
um, Gianni wants to know, Jody, was that your son, the young lead in Mallet? He was really good talent there.
Yes, Gianni. That was my youngest son, Jace, and my oldest son, Anthony, actually played Mallet. He played Mallet in Mallet 1, Mallet 2. Usually Anthony has never been too big on like speaking parts. He told me that early on, and I was like, well, I got to find something for you, bud. I want you to be in these movies. And he said, can I be the killer? And I said, well, you're huge. Yeah, sure. We can try that. And I was really shocked to see him execute it so well, so young. I mean, before he was 18 years old, he was playing Mallet.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because I mean he was a murderous, serial killing maniac, and
Yeah.
both my kids are just they're very good at taking direction. In fact, most of the shots you would see in Mallet 2 were all on the first take,
Yeah.
which is
Yep.
crazy because usually we'll shoot like a scene like 5 or 6 times, and most of that film they just nailed it on the first take usually.
Yeah. Yeah. Mallet. Both the mallets were just intense, and I, was in Mallet too, and I've told my subscribers this, and Anthony, like, if he was, it was scary, bro. If I did not know, Anthony is like, oh my god, you have to see it. You just have to. You have to. There were some very intense scenes, and Gianni, you mentioned his young son. Yes, he his emotion, the way he. I mean, it's just incredible how he's naturally born with it. I know, but I mean, it's incredible to see him so young and him be able to just get in character like that. It's just amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I brag on him all the time and I talk to him all the time and just I make sure that he knows like I know I'm your dad, so you think I'm going to just tell you how great you are all the time. And yes, that's true, but on the flip side of it, like I want you to do other people's movies as well. Like you're so talented. I don't deserve to have you all to myself. And that's to both the kids. And we're really focused on them. If they want to do this, which so far they haven't mentioned anything else, like we're going to keep pushing you to the ends of this earth.
Yeah.
And so far, I mean, both of them just are really interested in helping me continue to grow this company. And we've taken them, Todd. Jace, Jace landed a role in Stranger Things 4, and we turned it down.
Are you kidding?
I mean,
Wow.
yeah, we still have like all the paperwork and everything. We turned it down because they wanted him to be on set for 3 days in a row, 12 hours a day, and only wanted to pay him $120. And it
Wow.
wasn't about the money, but they weren't guaranteeing us he was going to be like kind of like a background, but they were saying he'll be seen, but we can't promise you'll see his face. And I'm like, well, if you're going to see the back of his head in 3 days worth of work, $120, they wanted us to pay for our own hotel.
Right.
It didn't seem too beneficial. I was like, if you promise me you're going to show his face, like, I don't care if he is in
Yeah.
the background, but they were saying you might see the back of his head. And we just kind of were like, there's been a few other things that haven't seemed beneficial where we're kind of like, well, you do see like he's got a bit of a resume and some of these kids are landing parts and they have nothing. So we're
I
shooting
know.
stars more. You know what I'm saying? I think
I don't blame you. Like, Stranger Things is good, and I think I kind of know. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that may have not have seen the fourth, but I think I know kind of probably where they were going to put him. But
yeah,
he deserved a bigger, bigger,
just some
like,
face time.
just more screen time. Yeah, just yeah.
That's what it boils down to is we want them to have, if they're going to have opportunities outside of Dean's Haunted Mansion Film Studios, we want them to be decent. I mean, if they're
Yeah.
playing leads over here, we don't want to stick them far in the background somewhere else. Like we can keep putting
Right.
them up front, but if other people want to take chances and put them in a decent position, like we're all about it.
Oh yeah, and I can see. Oh, I could. Oh my god, that kid can go places. I'm gonna just tell you that. And I see his creative work and stuff other stuff he does, and he is definitely following in your footsteps. He is definitely doing that.
Very proud, man. Of
Yeah.
both of them, and Anthony, he likes being in the background, but I'm super proud of him too. They've both been killing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So for you, so you've got this new. We'll start talking about your newest movie coming out. Okay. So I Am the Doll Keeper. So my first question, I've got my questions right here. My first question is, what inspired the story behind this movie?
Well, it's okay. I'll make it short as I can. Whenever I was in school back in the day, I was messing up really bad in school, and I was actually writing scripts in school. And I remember saying that I was going to be like a big movie person. And I remember a teacher telling me that that would never happen, that I was either going to die, go to prison, or be nothing. That was her words. And the script that I wrote back then, I kept on ice forever. And I remember at 21, I came back to it. I finished it. And it was like a $50,000 script. And then like just months ago, I sat down with that script and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this script just out of spite. I'm just going to do this just to say that I did it. That's that one script that they told me, you know, I was batshit crazy. And I watered it down. It came from being like a $50,000 script to like a $3,000 script, which is fine because I decided to act in it and be the doll keeper myself. And I don't pay myself as it is. All my money I just recycle back into the company. And so I played the doll keeper, and I made it more impactful just by making some really outlandish stuff that touching area that makes people uncomfortable. And that's what you can do in indie horror films. You know, I call it an offbeat film. And the reason I say that is like my average film, I'm going to shoot it with anticipation it could go to a theater. But shooting an offbeat film, you don't even think about theaters, and that way you don't have the pressure of saying, oh, I got to get this right. Oh, I can't do this, because there's certain things that cinema frowns upon. And, you know, for me, I want to do films like that each year. I want to do one or two of them because that's what indie horror is doing stuff that is outside of the box. And when I say offbeat, it's still indie horror. Like The Conjuring, this movie's offbeat, but you can actually see this on a theater screen. I've seen it on theater screens and it looks good. It plays well and the audience responds well to it. But I Am the Doll Keeper might have people gritting their teeth and cringing a little bit harder.
Right. We got I got somebody special that wants to show you some little love. So I'm going to bring him up.
Yo,
hey.
What's up, Jody Dean?
Let me fix this here. There you go.
Richie, how are you, man?
Good, man. Welcome to the network. Thank you for coming by. And I know it's all for Sam because she's amazing and everything, but still, I appreciate it too, man. It's good to see you, brother.
Thank you so much. It's nice to see you and meet you. And I've heard nothing but great things about you. I love Sam to death. You have to know this because I'm sure you do too. So.
Oh my God, she's a gift, dude. Holy shit. I'm telling you, man. You are, Sam. It's amazing. Hello, everybody on the side. Who we got on the side? Am I over there talking? Hey, everybody. What's happening? Welcome to the Banter with Richie B Podcast Network. We're here with Jody Dean and Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal. Back to you, Bob. Sorry, that's my alter ego. Sometimes it pops in. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I didn't want to interrupt your conversation, man. Look at the background, dude. That's sick.
Yes.
Dude, I need a tour of this shit. What is going on? Who's this guy over there to your left?
Oh, this guy right here?
Yeah, dude.
We had to shut him up. We had to put an apparatus on his face to make sure he couldn't say anything, you know, outlandish just for this podcast.
Really, dude? What kind of things does he say? Seriously. You can say it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I went on a date that ended like that one time.
Oh my God.
I hear it once a night. So
I bet you do, bro. Hey, I got a question for you. I came in for one question. Of course, to meet you. I wanted to meet you. And my boys at Hackstab Slash, they review horror movies and slash movies, man. You got to check these dudes out. So I think you guys would be a really good fit. Trust me.
Sam mentioned this to me. Big shout out to them, man. I'm definitely anybody intertwined with this circle. You say the word.
We appreciate that. That's awesome. So I was sitting here thinking, and I'm like, I'm a serial killer buff. How many movies have you put out there?
I Am the Doll Keeper's number 6, but we're on schedule to make it 8 movies this year.
Awesome. But either way, you've been doing this a while. So
yeah.
Do you base any of your slashes off of real life serial killers?
No, not really, man. I mean, I've got 60 scripts I've written on a hard drive, so there's something in there that I'm sure that is inspired by something along the lines, but not like just maybe like super loosely. You know what I'm saying? Not like not to the chin or anything like that. Just maybe like bits and pieces where I'm like, ooh, you know, I kind of like the idea of, you know, the whole Ed Gein thing to where it's like, he's crazy, but he can't help it
Yeah, right.
Something like that, you know. But
Yeah,
then,
he's programmed like that.
yeah, I put my own spin on that. Absolutely. Even with I Am the Doll Keeper, I mean, it's psychological horror, but as we dive deeper into that, man, I mean, that's just madness because it can be madness, and that's the truth of it. Is like there's not a lot of reason why people do stuff, and they act in the moment, criminals of opportunity, and if there's opportunity, then they get batshit crazy and they do stuff. So
Yeah, they do shit. So a lot of this comes from your mind. I mean, I know the family's involved. Does the wife have input on some of the the killers or even your child? I think isn't he a boy or how many kids you got?
yeah, so I have two boys. I have Anthony and I have Jace. My wife Alicia, believe it or not, she's not too fond of horror, but she is heavily engaged in everything we do with this film company. She really handles the legal side of things. She did
Awesome.
2 years of Harvard Law, and that really came into it became a big help when we were really taking off with this. She makes sure that we're covered on permits, release forms, any kind of documents, you know.
Badass, yeah.
So, but I will say this: I do want to give her one credit. I was not supposed to make a Betty Boop slasher film this year. That was her idea, and
That's
she
badass.
do it, and we're doing it in
So
April.
people are going to be killed by Betty Boop?
Yeah, yep.
I don't have to. As long as I don't have to wear pants, I'm in, brother. You know what I
Let
mean?
me tell you, the actress that's going to play her,
Yeah.
she is, oh my God.
Sam, how many times you been killed?
I've been killed once.
I
And
thought it was it's once. I thought it was twice.
No, it was once. Mallet too.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Mallet too. Didn't your husband get killed?
Yes, he got killed right there with me. He lost all his teeth.
Damn, lost all his teeth. Huh?
Yeah, it's some serious special effects, but I mean,
Does that come up on you like on the spot, or are you already thinking this before? I mean, I know you got to be prepared. Don't get me wrong, but do you ever have a moment where you just like, oh, we got to take that dude's teeth out? Time out.
It's definitely happened. I do try and stick to the script a lot of the times, or at least close to it. Like if somebody goes a little bit off, it's not like I'm over there like yelling or anything like that. I'm super easy to work with, and sometimes people trying stuff, improv, if you want to call it that, can even work out better. But I'd say for the most part, man, like we try and stick to the roadmap. And unless I'm doing a project that requires me not to, like I Am the Doll Keeper, I went off the script a lot, but I planned on doing that from the beginning. You know, if a scene was supposed to be 2 minutes, it ended up being 5 or 6 because I was just trying things, and we ended up keeping it because it was good stuff.
Yeah, I love that. That's the creative part of the brain that you can't help.
It's true. Yeah,
it just grabs you. Back to serial killers. One more thing, and I'll let you go, Sam. I'm sorry.
No,
Sam.
you're fine. You're fine, Richie.
I'm intrigued. I'm not, and I'm probably in the category of your wife, right? I'm not huge on horror, but I love watching The Climb, and we had a little discussion about that. And I love your story, and I love your climb. It's amazing, and I love the family being involved. And like me, I feel I have a family. I have a community of people on the side. I have Sam, you know, Wojo, and the list goes on. Of course, my home, they're all involved in my climb as well, and I just love that whole aspect.
Thank you, man. Me too, and I'm happy to hear that for you. That's awesome. I mean, I don't feel like you can lose. You can't lose when family's involved and you're doing what you love. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, if you get to do anything with family, you're winning. It doesn't matter what the outcome is.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the serial killer question, the other one. I hate wording it like this, but because it sounds kind of weird and mean. Is there one that have you read about serial killers? Have you ever been into like the history of them?
I've never went deep down into it. Like I'm aware of like a lot of them out there. Yeah, for sure. If you're asking if there's one that sticks out to me over any other, I mean, definitely. Yeah. I think Gacy.
Yeah, Gacy. Yeah. Gacy. So my two were Ted Bundy, because he was so unassuming, and not only that, serial killers are programmed, but he reset his program. One of the only ones ever to do it. He was a regular, predator, but he wanted to have a spree killing, and he did. And it's a real life story, and he did. He kidnapped a bunch of women and put them up on a hill, and then went 2 days later after he collected them all and killed them all.
Yeah.
And then the other one, who's actually, if you could say the word favorite, is actually the Green River Killer.
Ooh.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, but he's I just lost his name. Gary Ridgway.
Yeah.
He lasted longer.
Mhm.
DNA caught him. The other ones didn't have to worry about that too much, way back. And the reason why he didn't get caught, he had an IQ of 87. So therefore, common sense filled in the other values of it, right? So whenever they were on to him, he would go dig up the bodies and move them. The other guys couldn't do that. They had to leave them. Hence the killing fields.
Right.
Anyways, I just figured it fit the moment.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But don't be a Gary Ridgway, whoever you are,
Oh, God. Right.
Don't do that. Yeah. Watch horror movies. Don't make them.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But I enjoy your stuff, man. Like I said, I enjoy your climb the most, and your family being part of it. And I love your relationship with Sam. And we're all gifted to have Sam. And I'm gonna let Sam get back to her show and do her thing. And she's kicking ass, and she does everything, man. She's awesome, dude. So
I agree, man. And
I look forward to seeing more of you, bro.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. And again, very nice to meet you, Richie.
Wojo just said I need to be kidnapped.
I know. Wojo.
Go to bed, Wojo. It's past your bedtime. He's an old lady. That's what he is. Watch out, Jody. Watch out, Jody Dean. He's gonna end up in your DMs going, "Hey, what's your favorite color?"
Shout out to Wojo.
He's a freaking weirdo. No, I love your stuff, brother. Keep climbing, all right, man. Sam, thanks for having me. And
oh yeah,
you guys do your thing. And that guy just said something behind you. Might want to fix that muzzle. Might want to fix that muzzle, bro. I'm out. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye, Richie. Oh gosh, you see why I love him.
He's
awesome.
Nice dude. Yes, absolutely. Big shout out to him.
Yes. He needs to. Yes, Rachel. He needs to be kidnapped to play Fortnite. Yes, he does. So, but yeah, before I go on to the next question, when he was talking about serial killers, and I'm not going to give anything away because I know a lot of people hasn't seen Mallet too, but in a way, there was a scene in that movie that reminded me of Ed Kemper, and that's all. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if you know who Ed Kemper is, but
I don't know. No.
Yeah. It just a little. There's just a scene in there that Ed Kemper kind of done something similar to that.
Wow.
To his grandmother, and I'm just like, whoa. So yeah.
Well,
yes.
I tell you what, and I have said this without you being in the room 100 times. Sam dies in this movie, and she did such a great job. Something that people won't notice when they watch these movies, because it's not like they all have behind the scenes clips, is how pressed we are sometimes with time restraints, with traffic driving by, or wind or rain. And that was another situation where we kind of were watching the clock, and at the same time, heavy traffic was coming by nearby, and we were having to work in such a way where it doesn't allow you to be fully creative. So everybody has to be on point. And we all pulled it out the hat. I kept everything that we shot, and it came out good. And it was John's first time. It was your first time.
Yeah.
I was very proud of you guys. Actually, I was so impressed with you that I told Alicia early on, I said, I would love to put her in something again, and sooner than later.
Oh, and I would be honored. That would be so much fun. And I want to say, you were extremely easy to work with. It was easy to take direction from you. And when you was saying, sometimes you do impromptu.
Yeah.
There was a moment in Mallet too when I was there, and you wanted me to say a line, and I said a line. I said, okay, and you was like, I like that. I was like, how you said that, and and then even the way I was holding my hand on my knee, you was just like, keep doing that. So it was a really amazing experience.
A lot of character, like that little okay, like the way that you popped when you did it and snapped instantly, I was like, okay, like she sees what I see for this character, and that doesn't always happen. There's sometimes I work with people that have an acting background and they don't get that.
Right.
Like we don't connect. Like I'm trying to convey it with words and emotion, and sometimes like I see them do it, and I'm like, that's not what I'm thinking, but it can work. Let's see how it works. And sometimes we keep it, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't use it.
Yeah.
And that was like one take, and you were like, yeah, and it was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. I just kind of got in the moment and tried to envision how I would be if I was that girl, and it kind of just come out like that.
Little Valley girlish, a little cutesy wootsy.
Yeah.
And it worked because that kind of tent horror scene that we all know, there's always a tent horror scene in a lot of the movies that take place in the woods. Yeah, I mean, little things like that gave it even taking a deep breath, we captured that. Your headphones on and the way subtle movement, you gave your character that didn't have many lines an identity, and that's powerful stuff. So
yeah, and it's amazing. So please go watch all of those movies, people. Please, I'm begging you. You'll love it. You will not be disappointed. Look at all those movies right there. Look at it.
4 years and some change, and this ain't including I Am the Dog Keeper, which comes out April 1st.
Exactly, and that's we want to know more about that. And look who I know. Did you see that Ron is here?
Old Ronster the monster. Ron
He's here.
Yeah,
he wants you to see him. Yep, and we even got our Martha. Hey, sister, I'm so glad you're here.
Big shout out to Martha.
Yes.
Love her. She's been awesome, man.
I love Martha.
She's so far away. We would put her in something and kill her too.
Oh my gosh, she reminds me of Selena, so I would love to see her in something.
Martha's badass, man. The only thing that stops a lot of great friends of mine from us working together is we're also damn far away. I mean, I can only imagine how much more stuff we would have done. Hell, we would have killed John a half a dozen times already. So
I know. He would really be on his acting game by now, and he done really good for that being his first time. So I'm proud of him.
For sure.
For sure. So okay, back to I'm the Dog Keeper. So without giving away any spoilers, so what can the audience expect from this film?
It's different than anything that I have created yet. In a different way, in a good way. It's the first time I tried to dumb it down purposely, and I found out that even trying to do that, I can't do that. I've come too far. However, the reason for that is I wanted to make a film like I would have in the early days, like in my 20s. And also I wanted it to feel like that grindhouse indie horror where you watch it and you say, man, they really have bare bones, but I can't forget this scene. It's about a guy who has lost his way and he believes that he's tormented by a vessel, a haunted doll. But the real question you ask yourself through the whole movie is he actually haunted by this doll? Is there anything to the doll, or is he just madness? And, that was something that I was going for, and I feel like we did it. We did a little watch party yesterday, and everybody said the same thing. Like, yeah, you nailed what you were going for. I'm excited, man, just because I purposely spent less money. I purposely did a lot of things trying to make it a different kind of film, and it came out good, and it was quick too. We filmed the whole thing, like, even though we filmed it over a 2-month period, if you broke it down, we filmed the whole thing in like a week and a half.
That is insane.
Yeah.
And if you guys go watch the trailer to this, I'm telling you, it when I watched it for the first time, I was like, bro, it's like, this is gonna be intense. It's gonna be
it's in black and white, Sam. Like
I love that.
Like, expected that. Some people ask me why I did that, and really the only answer is I was messing around with color correction, and I liked the way that it looked so much. I said, I'm gonna do the whole film like this, and that wasn't even in the cards in the beginning. So
It's amazing. It's
yeah.
amazing because I could kind of see like with Mallet and Mallet 2, even Cloundrin, like you got a very particular style of lighting, and I love it.
Thank
I
you.
absolutely love it. So the Doll Keeper being in black and white, it's given Psycho vibes, but I love it.
I love Psycho, and I
Yep.
love I Am the Dog Keeper. You know, and like I said, I call it an offbeat film, and
Yeah.
you're going to see more of that from Dean's Haunted Mansion Film Studios. Each year, I plan on putting out 1 to 2 films that could have a potential chance to go to theaters, and I plan on putting out 1 to 2 offbeat films a year that we don't plan on going to theaters. Like, we know they're going straight to DVD, straight to streaming. So you're going to see us try stuff in those films that we wouldn't try trying to shop something to AMC or Regal. So
Right. Um, so was there a particular scene in I Am the Doll Keeper that was especially difficult or memorial to the film?
I'll be honest. So there is some disturbing stuff in the film, and there is necrophilia in the film. And that was something that was very mentally uncomfortable, but it was also something that, again, we could try in this film.
Mhm.
And I think those moments there, they're disturbing to watch, but they're also one of those things where you can't look away because you just got to know where it's going.
Mhm.
You know, when I watched like the Ed Gein monster stuff,
Yep.
there was a lot of times there where I was like, man, I almost don't even want to watch this, but I feel invested. I have to
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
I feel that same feel when I watched this. And again, when I initially wrote it, I never planned on being in it. It was a last minute thing because I was like, I want to do something right now, but I don't have time to cast nobody.
Right.
So it it came together fast, and the outcome was very big. But I mean, there's serial killing, there's necrophilia, there's creepy, disturbing stuff that you wouldn't believe. I eat a rat in the film, like a real rat. Like I
What?
eat a rat in the film.
You eat a real rat?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep into it.
Woo!
But like, it's next level.
Yeah.
And I mean, knowing that the budget for the film was $3,000 and 1,250 of that was to print the first run of 1,000 DVDs. So there was even less than that that ended up on screen, and I think that's pretty
Wow.
impressive.
Right. It is. And when you mentioned that it's got the necrophilia in it,
Yep.
you know, with Ed Gein and the Monster series, you know, people love that. And when you say horror, I mean, you know, people want to see horror. I mean, you've had this conversation
Right.
millions of times. You don't want to just like sugarcoat just a little, you know, sprinkle a, you know, you want if horror is what you're going to see, you're going to get it with Jody Dean because I am serious. He touches everything.
Thank you. And I'm
So,
glad you said it like that too, because a lot of people, they will say, like, the only limits I have is like, I know I just said I ate a rat, but I don't believe in like hurting animals, abusing animals. The rat was already dead. It showed up dead. But you know,
right,
if there's one line I don't cross, I don't believe in anybody abusing animals. I don't like
right.
that crap, and you'll never see it in my films. But you know, other than that, yeah, it's horror. Don't tell me that I can't cross these lines, because that's what it is. Like,
Yeah,
and I wanna cross lines. If
yeah.
I want people to say, like, hey, if I want to see some, you know, somebody cross the lines, I'm gonna go to Dean's Haunted Mansion Film Studios to watch it.
Facts. And please go check out his movies. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep saying it. You're not gonna regret it. So just go watch them.
Hey,
Um,
you don't want us to send this guy. You know, we'll send him,
he'll send him. He'll send him. I'm telling you. Um,
Martha.
Tyler wanted to ask. He meant you. He put Jean, but he meant Jody. He says, "What do you think of the It series, the movies with Pennywise?" So, since because the Clown, you know,
Yeah, I like him, man. I love what they've done with it. Pennywise. I love Bill Skarsgård. I think that I haven't seen the new series, Welcome to Derry.
Oh, you need to check them.
I can't wait to see that though. I've just been really busy. But yeah, I love everything they've done. I love Killer Clowns. I love what they've done with Terrifier. And I mean, that's why I made the Clown's Ring, because I was sick of watching clown films. And I was like, I got to make one myself. And we did this guy right here, the Clown's Ring.
Look at that.
You know, it's one of my favorite films. It's one of my best films, a lot of people would tell you. So
yeah, we've made it halfway through. We're going to finish the other half. But I'm telling you, I can't wait. I want to go, like, I'm ready to finish it. From the beginning to where I'm at right now, it's constant. Like, there's no gap. There's no gap where you can be like, you know, because I know some horror movies can kind of like, you know,
they lose
they lose it. And he doesn't do that. He keeps you like, oh my God, like what's going to happen next? Like, you're just waiting. So, and the way Mallet 2 ended, I'm just saying, I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for that one.
All I'll say is this about that. Mallet 3 has been written for like 2 years, and I had always said if Mallet 2 sold more copies than Mallet 1, we would do Mallet 3. We are like 500 copies away from them catching up to each other.
I better buy them. You better go and buy Mallet 2 right now, because I want to see Mallet 3. That was a cliffhanger, and I'm like, no. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That would be awesome. I would love it. And no, there is no chicken nuggets available.
Ron, when he keeps coming to my lives.
He really wants those, doesn't he?
And he really wants, and I'm like, look, man, I'm first.
He's got a chicken nugget addiction, guys. That guy right there in the chat, Ron Winarski. He's a chicken nugget.
Yes, he does. Let's show him real quick. Yeah, see, put him on blast. Nope.
There he is.
There he is.
That ranch dipping sauce.
Right, but Ron's a good supporter over here, so I don't chase him away. Oh my gosh.
No, he has been great despite his love for the org. Martha's awesome. It looks like everybody you have in your chat is pretty.
There's a lot of people from HTD. Yeah. Very good supporters. Gianni wants to know, what do you think if they did a new Where is Baby Jane? Watched that recently. Great film, but could be made truly frightening. Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, sounds like a good question. I wish I knew more about it. You know, it's funny. I have like 1,300 movies in my collection, and sometimes I forget what movies I have and what movies I've seen. I've seen so many, I almost have to like see a scene. But
yeah,
that does sound very familiar. I'm pretty sure I've watched that.
Yeah, I've seen it, and it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense. So, okay. With I Am the Dog Keeper, how does this movie differ from your previous projects? You probably kind of answered it, but
well, yeah, it's different because I knew from the beginning, like if something felt too normal or if something felt like, oh, this is typical, do the opposite. Like make it uncomfortable, make it weirder. Oh, okay, so this scene right here, I'm having a fight with my wife. Make sure that the fight goes to uncomfortable territory, but in a real life situation. Like there's one point there where I tell her, I never felt like hitting a bitch in my life until now. And she kind of looks at me and she's like, you want to hit a bitch? Hit a bitch. And I'm like, oh, that's what you want. You want me to hit a bitch. Every bitch wants sympathy. And, you know, I just get into it to a point where it's like the way we're bouncing off each other, it has this emotion. But then she tells me she wished that I would have jumped off a bridge. And that's what leads to me jumping off the bridge metaphorically, mentally. And it goes to an area where instead of walking away, he decides to kill her. And that's kind of the madness I was just saying to Richie when he was on here. You know how like in Cock Killer,
Yes.
the guy in the chicken suit, he had a bad day at work. His boss told him he was fired. Instead of going home and sleeping it off, he decided to go on a killing spree.
Right.
And the doll keeper, he gets in a fight with his girl. They've been on the rocks for a while. And instead of just breaking up and going away, he decided, you know what? I'm going to fix that mouth that you have on you. And
Right.
and he does. He sticks a hammer in it.
Oh gosh. Yes, y'all. That is like the special effects that you do. Since you said that, because that reminds me of some scenes in the other movies, and I don't want to give too much away, but your special effects is on point. On point.
Coughing hands over here. Yeah, just
Look
a
at
little.
that.
Not too much. Just a little. But
It's insanity, and he's like, it's better than even Hollywood. I'm saying this. It's better than Hollywood. It's right. It's past. It's like right. I don't know how you do it. I just don't.
See why Sam is the best. You know what? I am very proud at where I'm at with it, but like I haven't even done what I plan on doing yet. Like I haven't even knocked a dent in what I plan to bring to people over the next 20 years. I haven't even filmed one of my best scripts yet. Like I've literally got them almost in like this ramp that gets big enough to where one day I'm just going to show people how I jump off it. And whenever I do, they're going to be like, what the hell, bro? Why were you holding back? And there's a reason for it.
Right.
Because you don't want to show people the finale in the beginning.
Right. You don't want to just come right out the gate. It's kind of like a build up.
And I'm doing it with movies. Like literally, I'm shooting them backwards from how great they are. And I'm doing that because as we grow, the film fund grows, the more money we spend on each film grows. And eventually you're going to see me one of the scripts I have will take $500,000 to shoot. It's the best thing I've ever written. And that's not a lot of money, but it's a lot of money considering I'm doing all the work still at that amount of money. And even Alicia, who doesn't really care for horror, has said, when you do that one, it's going to be atomic.
Oh, yeah, because look at what you've already done with the budget you've used. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh my God, I can't even imagine.
I mean, yeah, dude, 10 grand, 17,500, 10 grand, 10 grand. So you think if I've done these on that kind of numbers and you see one day when I do that film, I mean, even Betty Boop, we're making Betty Boop on 30 grand. So like that's, that's a big step up. But those are low numbers in the movie field. Like a lot of people wouldn't even try and make a movie on that. The only reason it works is because I score my own soundtracks and I film it.
And I was going to bring that up. I was actually fixing to say that you write your own music. Yeah. And you've had a certain style through your previous movies. So have you switched up in I Am the Doll Keeper, or like, is there any kind of like theme?
Yeah, it's more rocky infused. It's like goth. One of my friends told me it sounded like asylum rock. I was like, I don't know what that is, but thank you.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely have a style that everybody you'll know it's my stuff, but at the same time, I go for different feels per movie. And for I'm the Doll Keeper, it's some really trippy gothic rock.
Well, and that's going to go exactly with the theme of that movie. It's going to be perfect. I mean, so if anyone's interested in, listening, because you've made a lot of music, and if anyone's interested in listening to you, where can they find your music at?
So as an artist, I go under Hunting the Dead. It's the same name as my YouTube channel. So on iTunes and Spotify, you look up Hunting the Dead and you'll see my stuff across the board. In my movies, all my movies are just a Jody S. Dean film, so all my music falls under Jody S. Dean from the films. I know that's a little bit weird, but like ultimately, you can find some of the same songs that are in my movies just by putting in "Hunting the Dead" on iTunes and Spotify.
Yep. So I didn't know if anybody, anyone on the side, if you're interested, he's got a lot of really good songs. I sing some on occasion. I even try to harmonize with Peels. I'm always trying. I'm always trying to harmonize. And so it's really good music. And so with your other film coming after I Am the Dog Keeper, Don't Make Betty Boop. Is there anything you can kind of say about it?
Yeah. So back in November, Alicia, she came to me and she was like, "Look, Betty Boop is coming to public domain January 7th, and full elements are coming out in January 7th of 2027. So she said you can film the movie in 2026, but you can't put it out till 2027 legally." And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, I don't know if I want to do something public domain. Like I do, but I don't. And she went down the legal rabbit hole, and that's what she does. And she came back to me and she said, "Look, you are absolutely safe to do this, but you have to check this small list." And I couldn't call the character Betty Boop, so I gave her a different last name, and the name of the film's called Don't Make Betty Boop. So I want people to think about the boop as it like if you're watching a Halloween film and Michael Myers is coming, you hear that dun 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 dun, right? Like you know it's coming.
Exactly.
And with Friday the 13th, it's like
Yep.
So with Betty Boop, her boop is like her radar where you know she's about to do something crazy. She starts making the sound. And sometimes in the movie, like somebody will look at her and be like, "Did you just say boop?" And then all of a sudden, you know, that dude getting killed. He about to get killed. He about to get cut up.
Right.
And that was something I came up with. That was the loophole. Don't make Betty Boop. So her name's not Betty Boop, but it's clearly Betty Boop when you watch it.
Right.
I mean, Mina, people have told Mina her whole life she reminds them of Betty Boop.
She does.
She does some hairstyles that are like on point.
Yeah.
And she's great, man. So I mean,
is.
there is that. Other than that, be prepared for a ton of blood, a ton of gore. I'm using like 13 gallons of blood in like the first half of the movie. So
yeah, I know. Mina, she, the little, part where she's, in this movie. God, that girl, I wanted to cry with her. She pulled me in that much. Because I was like, you could just put yourself in her place.
Yeah.
She's with her guy. They play, and it's like someone oh my God. It's just, it's intense. It's very intense.
Oh man. I've told Mina a bunch of times, I've said, it's so crazy that you're not chasing the acting dream, but like I don't just say this because like I think you're an awesome person. But holy cow, girl, like you could be at the Oscars one day if you really if you're this good now, just imagine what you could do. And she is tickled to death about playing Betty Boop, but she told me after Betty Boop, I don't know how far I'm going to go with it, Jody. That might be it for me.
Oh my gosh, I hope she does not. I hope she keeps going because she's got to see how incredible. Like, I'm beyond impressed. Beyond. I can't wait to see her in the Betty Boop movie.
Me too. I got her in that. I start filming another film towards the end of the year called Patient 666. And I've got some heavy things lined up. Next year we're filming a movie called The Killikers that I wrote like 4 years ago. I got another movie we're supposed to shoot next year called Tide of the Dead. It's a zombie movie. Supposed to be filming that in Florida on Florida beaches. I mean, we got some big stuff lined up, and I'm going to slide in a couple films that are called offbeat films, like I said earlier.
Right.
That I'm not announcing as of right now, but those are getting ready to take place sooner than later too.
Right. So. And if anybody, if you have, on the side, if you have any questions that you want to ask anything else about I Am the Dog Keeper, go ahead and put those in the chat now. And while I'm waiting on them, I wanted to point out also that Miss Tiffany Holmes, I know she doesn't want to act, but her acting, that about made me cry. That about made me cry. And to see her, like, oof.
Yeah. I love Tiffany to death, not just as a friend, but like if she wasn't my friend, I'd love her to death just as like a human being. She's awesome.
Beautiful person.
But when it came time to be in the Conjuring, I said, "Hey, I need this part," and she was like, "I'll do it for you." And like whenever it was done, I was just like, "You need to do more of this." But when people aren't chasing it, they don't think about it too much, and sometimes they're their own worst critic. Like, and not her, but like I have a friend that watched himself yesterday, and I told him how good he did. I was so impressed with his part, and he watched it and he's like, I can barely watch it. I hate seeing myself.
Right.
Sometimes people don't realize how amazing they are.
Right. It was kind of nervous to, when I had to go back and watch myself, I was like, oh, what? But I trusted the fact that you're the filmmaker. You wrote this. If I didn't do it, you wouldn't put it in there. And I mean, and so that's how I looked at it.
And that's true, and that would suck because, like, that's a line you walk as a filmmaker to where, like, you want to be friends with everybody, you want everybody to love each other, you want to be loved, you want to love them, but at the same time, you're like, this is my baby, it's gonna live forever. And you bet your ass, yeah, like if like you fucking killed it, you made the final cut, and not only that, like I've told you 100 times, I look forward to putting you into something else. Even Alicia said, do it. I have something I'm keeping in the pocket, and I got you in a queue. I got my friend Katie in a queue. I've got a bunch of people in mind for big things.
That's another good one. Katie. That's, oh my God.
She's
that girl, and I mean, did she ever like have any acting prior?
She did like some short films and some stuff. She was very interested in acting, but work comes into play. She got married. Her and her husband are hoping to have a baby. They're focused on certain things, but in the background, like, we stay in communication. I just asked her the other day. I said, hey, like, look, I got something within the next year or so I want to do. And I have you in mind for a lead, and it's an offbeat film, but it's going to be awesome. And she was like, without telling me anything else, just let me know when you want to start.
Yeah. Right.
I don't care what's happening, Jody. Right. Like, if you're de-skinning me or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just sign me up.
Let's just do it. Okay. Yeah. She's, she is freaking amazing. All of, like, what I've seen you film with her, I mean, she's another good one. Another good one. And Alicia says, oh, I don't do movies. I don't do her part in Mallet too. I was like, look at her go. I really enjoyed seeing her.
She's very short-lived in it, but I'll tell you this about Alicia. She's a perfect example of somebody that has talent that she's not even aware of, and she's not interested in building on it. However, it sucks because, like, Alicia could be incredible too, and you know what? If somebody's not passionate about it, they just won't do it.
Right.
And I met somebody today that was like, I don't like these horror films, but man, you're really good at what you do. And I'm like, either you love this stuff or you hate it. There's not really an in between usually. Like, I don't ever meet somebody that's like, oh, once in a while, it's like either I watch them or I don't. And that's kind of how she is just like, I'll watch it for you, but I don't care on doing it myself.
Right. She's she is talented and she's brilliant, and I'm proud of her, and I'm definitely proud of you guys, how you're doing this as a family unit, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I can't wait to see what all you got coming in the future, and even, you know, if I have a part in that, and oh, I can't. It's going to be exciting, and I can't wait for
Thank
it.
you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. It means a lot. I'm super stoked about it, Sam. And yeah, I mean, the plans are huge, and I'm just thankful. Like, I went a long time with not being able to make a movie, and a lot of people will never understand how hard it was for me. I mean, even you met me on YouTube, but
Yep.
you didn't hear about me talking about movies in the beginning.
Mm-mm.
You know, it was something I had to hold within because I didn't want to derail people and have them thinking about other things that weren't happening right now. But you know, I went
Yeah.
almost 9 years without making anything, and that was
Yeah.
really tough. I don't ever want to be in that position again, and that's why I'm now constantly there's a plan. Like, I just turned 42, bro. Like, I'm not trying to sleep no more.
Right. He is. When I tell you this man keeps going, I don't care what is happening with him. Like, he is every day, bro. He's not let up the off the gas pedal. He's like metal full down to the floor. Like, he's hit the ground running with this. So, yeah.
I am. It's every day, bro.
It's every day, bro. Right, it is. Rachel, let's see. She says, Sam, please ask him about the interview. Love you, Sam. Sorry for asking you the bit. Oh, okay. So Rachel and Tiffany are interested in interviewing you. They have a channel called the Haunted Hot Seat. And so I told her to reach out. Is it Dean's Haunted Mansion at gmail.com? Is that where they can best reach you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dean's Haunted Mansion at gmail.com
Yeah.
is fine. Like I said earlier, if you are intertwined in the circle of Sam, I I don't care who you are. If Sam does this, then
Yeah.
it's on.
Yeah. It's
That
definitely, yeah.
enough said. Let's do it. You know,
That's
Sam. Sam likes you. It's done.
right. Right. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. And I hope the other dude gets a hold of you and get your movie promoted out there even more, because it's gonna be fantastic.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome, dude. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, anybody that loves horror and wants to have a good conversation,
Yeah.
let's do it, man. I'm in
Yeah.
promotion mode.
Yeah. And definitely purchase DVDs, because you want to have a part of legacy, okay? Because this is going places, and to have that sitting there, signature from Jody S. Dean and Jace and Anthony, like, you don't want to miss out on that. Definitely not.
We do hand sign every single DVD we
They
sell,
do.
and that has been a lot of DVDs over the last 4.5 years, and we are more than happy to do it. And it does seem like that's one reason we've been successful as we have, is because people are like, okay, I'm not just getting the movie. Like, it's not like some screen printed signature. We hand
Mhm.
sign every single one, and I never sign them the same way either. I always try and do something special.
Yep. I'm a witness. I'm a witness to this. He does, and it's truly special. So please check him out. And since we're wrapping up, go ahead and just once again just tell everybody where they can find you, like all your stuff. Just put it out there, and
Well, all right. Thank you, Sam. We love Sam to death. My family loves Sam. Her family is incredible. Super proud of her. You guys just make sure you follow her and keep supporting her. She's going to the moon. I can't wait to see it. Man, I'm very thankful for you guys listening to the conversation and the questions. Um, Dean'sHauntedMansion.com. You can get all our movies there. Follow Dean's Haunted Mansion Film Studios on Facebook. And thank you for having me on. I appreciate you.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jody. And maybe we can have you back soon and talk about some other stuff, especially your future movies. I'll definitely have you back then.
Sure.
So,
Always would love to.
yeah. Well, thank you everybody for coming and supporting Jody and his new film, I Am the Doll Keeper. So keep your eyes out on that. And like you said, follow his website and his Facebook so you can stay in the loop with everything. And with that being said, I hope you all have a good night. And remember, stay sweet, stay smart, stay safe. And don't forget to sleep with your lights on. Look at that leg right there. Sweet nightmares.